In the studio with me this morning, Jan Woodard is here. Good morning, Jan.
Good morning, Todd.
Good to have you back with us.
Thank you.
It's been a while. Natalie Glaser is here as well. Good to have you back with us, too.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, it's good to have you both with us here this morning, and to talk about something that is really, really interesting. And you tell me why it is that this is such a thing, and that we need something like this. Cancer and Courage, Jan, that's the name of it?
Courage and Cancer.
Courage and Cancer. See, I wrote it down backwards. That's why we need it, I guess, so we can focus
We
in
need the
upon
courage to get through the cancer.
There you go. Tell me about it.
Well, I can tell you how it started.
Mm-hmm.
I sent my pastors a message saying I needed to withdraw from some of my activities at my church because I'm living with advanced cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I take chemo daily, 21 days out of every 28. And so I have to decide what's really important. And I said, although I'm withdrawing from some things, what's really important to me is maybe hosting an event where we are open-armed for people who live with cancer in our community.
So Courage and Cancer is a one-time event or an ongoing?
It's going to be a monthly event every second Sunday of the month at 3 p.m. at Grace United Methodist Church in downtown Indiana.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And anybody can come.
Anyone living with cancer is welcome to come.
Yeah. And Natalie, you know whereof she speaks because you have had your own battle with cancer.
I have,
Yeah.
yes. I actually was thinking to myself, too, I don't want one more thing, right? Because I tend to say yes to everything. But this was really important to me because, number one, the group of women that are working on it, and we have Reinbold, who is a male, so that males and females are both welcome here. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I wanted to come help people, because when I went to a group, when I was going through cancer, I didn't want to. I thought I was tough enough and I could do it by myself.
Oh, you didn't want to do a group thing?
I didn't want to go to one when I was going through cancer, but somebody kept calling me, asking me to go, so I finally went, and it was one of the best things I ever did. It's really nice to have the support of your family, but if they're not going through it, they don't understand some of the things you're going through. Mm-hmm. Would you agree, Jan?
Yes. We have a nurse navigator, Sue Majoris, who's working with us, and she said people who join support groups have better outcomes. Oh, yeah. They have better attitudes, and they have more hope, and they have more friends.
There you go. Now, you've been dealing with cancer for a long time.
Since 2016, and my treatments ended in 2017, and then last March I received a diagnosis that my cancer had spread. And so I'm at a different point in it, and I have a lot of hope because I am a person of faith, and I have excellent medical care, and I have a lot to live for.
All right. So this idea came to you or to a group of you?
It came to me, and I went to our pastor, Pastor Kathy, and she said, I love this idea. 3 years ago, she was trained in New Mexico through Cancer Centers of America to lead a cancer group. And she said she was praying for 3 years for people to partner with her in that effort.
How about that?
I never knew that.
How about that? You've always told me, because you've been on quite frequently in the past, that the Lord works in ways that you'll never know.
He does. And He takes everything. He does not waste anything.
So, Courage and Cancer, what's going to happen at these meetings?
Well, I think number one is we're just there to listen to people. Sometimes it just feels good to say what's on your mind. So we're going to do a lot of listening. And we might do a little bit of sharing ourselves. There'll be some wellness activities that we may do through Sue Majoris. She'll bring that to the group.
And we encourage people to come even if they're not ready to talk, just that they know that there are people there to support them. At our first meeting, we're really going to listen to what people want in a group. What are they looking for? What kind of support can we give them? What avenues of encouragement can we follow and take their hand and walk with them?
Okay. Again, the day of the meeting it's a Sunday afternoon, correct?
the second Sunday of the month.
Okay.
It's September 8th at 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. In Grace United Methodist Church. The parking lot is free behind the church on Sundays, and you can use the new back entrance.
There you go. There you go.
And I want to encourage everybody, even if you're not attending a church regularly, it's not just for Grace members, it's for the community. It's just going to be an open event. We're not going to be talking about religion. It's just, we're just there to support people walking through cancer. And this is just in the Welcome Center. It was a great place, a great space to have it. And they've been gracious enough to let us do it there.
It's a very comfortable place.
Natalie and I can say, we've walked this walk. We know what it's like, and we're here for you.
Absolutely. Tell me about deciding to title it Courage in Cancer.
Well, Pastor Kathy and I were praying about it, and we were praying for a theme verse. And Joshua 1:9 came to us, where God says to Joshua as he's about to lead God's people into the promised land, "Be strong and courageous. I am with you. I will never fail you. I will always be with you." And we took from that the words, we took the word courage from that. And we want it to come first because it's more important than cancer.
Yeah, absolutely. That was, as I recall, the first memory verse my son ever had to learn was Joshua 1:9. But it's a wonderful verse, and it leads you to explore parts of you that maybe you never have, and that group setting. Because I don't know, have each you Natalie said you have been through a group setting. Jan, have you before? Yeah.
It also it requires a risk to cross over a river and go into an unknown land like Joshua had to do. And cancer is an unknown land, and there is a risk in joining a group and meeting with people who perhaps you've never known before. But when you get to the promised land, it's worth it.
See, that was what I was going to ask you about, was breaking down that barrier or fording the river, whatever, however you want to name it or symbolize it. There are barriers that have to be overcome that we naturally build up within ourselves. And you both have been through cancer, so you know how difficult those barriers are. Natalie, talk about your own experience.
Well, cancer was one of the best things that happened to me because I just found so many joys in my life that I didn't even know were there. But I do want to say something about the word courage. At some of my support groups, some of the people there didn't like the word courage or brave. They just didn't like that because they were like, I didn't sign up for cancer. Like that would be a courageous thing to do, right? I was given this. But I do think it's important to know that, you didn't sign up for cancer, but you are taking the steps to move forward to beat it. So that takes courage.
Yeah, because a lot of people can simply say, cancer, what a horrible word, I'm doomed. Right from the very start. But you're not.
You're not, no.
And whatever time we're given here on this earth, we need to use it for the benefit of not only ourselves, but others, especially others.
That's right. Life is terminal.
Right.
We are called by Jesus to live one day at a time. And next Sunday afternoon is going to be a special day for us, and so we're hoping many people will join us.
This will be the first meeting.
This will be our first gathering, yes.
Yeah. Anybody can come. That's important to note.
Right.
And one guy so far. Let's get more guys.
Well, one guy who's leading it with
on
us.
The leadership team.
Yes. So we're hoping everybody comes.
So guys and gals.
Yep. You can come alone
all
or with
ages,
family, whatever.
If people have children with cancer, we have a resource person for families. We have a social worker. We have a counselor. We have spiritual support. We have medical support. So we could never have put this team together.
Yeah, absolutely. The time again is on
Sunday afternoon, September 8th at 3 p.m., and the following months it will be the second Sunday of the month.
At Grace United Methodist Church.
You can also check out our Facebook page called Courage in Cancer, and that will give some more details.
Very good. Very good. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Todd.
We appreciate your coming in to visit with us to tell us about this very important group.